Oh man. I think I might have figured out the crashing problem. It was the DLSS stuff. Turned all that off, upgraded some drivers, did this and that, but things didn't get better until I turned that off. So I'm hopeful that we're all set. All right. We need to get to drones so we can double back and actually build some real stuff. In order to do that, we got to unlock a few things. And I think that's what we're going to do today. I just wanted to drop off everything we could. So we have the casings. We know we've got a factory to support that. We know we have a factory to support the plastic. It's the computers, which are just this little test bench, that are going to be the problem. And in order for that to happen, we need plastic. So we're going to grab some plastic. Oh, hold on. What's all this? Do we have a whole... Yeah, we've got a decent amount of circuit boards that we could drop off. And use... Well, I was going to spread the love, but apparently I just wanted to put them all there. We'll just put them all there. We need to grab some plastic. Now, oh no. I just had a shock, a worry that we actually might not have any plastic. We technically disconnected the plastic making capabilities in favor of our refinery circle here. Plenty of fuel, like a lot of fuel. Holy moly, a lot of fuel. But yeah, we're running low on plastic. Oh, 10,000 right here. Just grab all of that. We still have a little left. 2,300. Maybe we shouldn't take all of that just to make a few computers. We'll leave 4,800 behind. Just want to be sure that we're not setting ourselves up for gridlock. Trying to drop in on the copper sheets. And that's really a focus for making our circuit boards. I think I want to speed these up. Oh, it's already... Oh, they're already sped up. Okay. sharded and ready to go. I wonder if I have loops. Do I have any loops on me? One loop. Ugh. Not really enough to leave behind. Yeah, we'll purposely place these high-speed circuit boards. Sorry, they're just circuit boards. That'll give them a little bit of a boost. I guess technically we need to go ahead and grab the... Might as well go ahead and grab some cable while we're here. Cable and... Oh, we need plastic twice. I always forget that. Always forget that about computers, is that you need the plastic twice. Unless you use the alternate, I guess. $16 plastic for one computer, 200 computers. 200 times 16, 3,200 plastic. Oh boy. That's half of what it claims to need. All right, here's what we'll do. We'll take this 3,200 and put it in here. So that's guaranteed to be enough. And then we'll take this and we'll make circuit boards out of it with kind of the hope that it'll be enough. It should be. I guess I could do the numbers on that as well. 800 circuit boards, but we've got 600 circuit boards in place. Plus, we're throwing a few extra circuit boards over here. So, I think we've got enough circuit boards. I do think it makes sense, though, to change this to a smart splitter. And then, at least for now, I am going to be upset that I forgot this in the future. Make the straight one overflow and make the right one any. Right now we just want computers. We'll grab that cable that we need. computers are going to be our big bottleneck, so we're focused on that. Okay. Ooh, we actually need 1,000 plastic. Uh-oh. We'll grab 600 plastic from here. There's probably a little bit of plastic. You know what? Let me look at that. I bet... I'm trying to go back into my mind and think about how I built that refinery area. Did I put a little plastic buffer in there for when we were making containers? I always make fun of myself for putting in a very consistent amount of inline buffers. Oh, we're not making enough resin to make plastic. I wonder... I think I might have something that would go on this. I need 25 fabric. I'm getting way distracted. Mycelia and biomass. All right. So technically, why are we bottlenecked? Is the question. I should probably give these guys at the end the good stuff. It's claiming that we're full on fuel, so we're short on plastic is what it's claiming. Because we don't have the plastic to make the containers to containerize the fuel to make the resin that we need to make the plastic. Apparently, this little structure just isn't big enough. I kind of know that, but I also don't want to deal with it right now, so I'm not going to. But good to know why we're not making. So the real problem with that is that we can't sidestep a little bit of this plastic because we already don't have enough. Because we're using plastic to make containers that we're then using to pack fuel, which eventually will be great because we'll use that fuel for turbo. But right now we don't have enough resin. Ugh. I know the secret answer to this, which isn't great. I'm not going to deal with it right now. My digital uploader is so slow. I'm going to pop back over here and grab some casings. Then we'll have 3 out of the 4 required items done. I keep forgetting you can't change your direction when you have your hover pack on. You can with the jetpack, but not with the hover pack. Okay, we have arrived. 200 computers. That just seems like a lot of computers. Just checking to see if there's anything of interest that we can use for any other research. Nothing's jumping out at me. Alright, well, you know what I could do? I could kind of check out the other requirements here and see what else we're looking at. So control systems, which would give us the radio control unit. And then aeronautical engineering. So it's on motors and radio control. That's actually not bad. Where are we on? Oh, that's bad. Having effectively no coupons ready to go is bad news. I think we actually might have the engines necessary, or sorry, motors necessary for this though. Ah, 222, so close. What are we short on? Well, we got rotors, so we need stators. We got wire, so we need pipes. It's like a factory tour. Now we gotta go over here to grab some pipes. I guess I didn't need a full boost there, did I? For a half second there, I was worried that that was actually glass. Ah. You know what? Let's see how close we are on computers. Since we're here. We are probably not done, but surely we're doing okay. Oh, we're done! Upgrade. Let's ship it.
Milestone reached. Several parts more efficient and powerful than the human brain can now be made to compensate for many deficiencies otherwise encountered in future development efforts. The blender enables you to mix and/or combine parts and fluids for more complex recipes. Most importantly, project part number 6, the assembly director system, should be produced and delivered to the space elevator as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, those stators are flying out now. I think that's about right. So yeah, we needed that. We needed this for the next level. 16 more. 13 minutes to go. Let's see if there's something we want to research. I mean, 30 per minute upgrading the speed is nice. I might actually do that. I have been complaining about the speed of my upload for a very long time. Time crystals are still a ways away. I mean, there are a couple things in here that I would like to have, but nothing is killing me. Some upgraded fuel would be alright, but I think I'm alright on turbo fuel, to be honest. One, 2.5. So we need. Oof, we're still a long way away. You know what I could do? I could go over there and get that death marker back. I know it's a total and complete side quest, but it's been bothering me for a while. So we're just gonna go over there and pick that stuff up. Our inventory's empty, it's a perfect time. Where is this death crate? Oh, somewhere around here. Oh. Suddenly I remember why I died. Where the heck is this death crate? It should be right in front of me. Oh, there it is. Actually, this is not a bad little place for quartz crystal. What level is this? Here? Ooh. Up here in a normal quartz crystal? Not bad. Oh, this is turning into a bit of an exploration here.
Witness a single strand of the tapestry.
Obviously more accidentally so than on purpose. I would really like to land a little higher up. Nice to hear that we're still making smart plate. Let's check and see what else we need. Sounds like we've got the motors part under control. We probably need to start throwing away some valuable stuff if we want to get coupons. Let's see. Aeronautical engineering. Leading edge production. Oh, a better miner is interesting. Not a deal breaker. Particle accelerator, that's just next level stuff. Being able to make the heat sink would be interesting. Resource well pressurizer is also nice. Yeah. This is the one we need next. We've got 4 fix-it coupons. Takes 7 to get 50. I've kind of already made the choice that I'm going to go with rocket fuel, or I mean, turbo fuel. I don't think I want to deal with rocket fuel this time through. So we can scan this hard drive. Let's check our sphere count. We got 6 spheres, 7. Let's do 1 upgrade. I'm thinking upgrading the dimensional depot upload speed is the key. Having more stacks is nice, and we are going to get that eventually, but if I only had 1 to choose from, oh, we've got 120 DNA capsules. That's one way to get coupons.
Shopping is an essential human experience, enriching both the economy and human lives since the invention of society. Congratulations, you live in a society.
I live in a society! Looks like we're gonna be short reanimated Sam. Luckily, we've got a small stash right by the door here. I'm actually... So when you don't... Let's think about this for a second. When you're not building, you get no advantage from faster upload speed. But more stack size, you do get an advantage because when you start building, you'll actually have more available to you from the digital uploader. I think I am going to go with stack size, actually. Oh, we can't do it because we're researching the hard drive. Blah. Minutes. 1, 2. Okay, we're short on motors still. Let's go over here and grab these. 300 motors. We should be okay on the sheets. Let's go ahead and pull those. And the casing? Oh, short on casing. And the uploader is not doing it for me. One, 2, 3. Perfect. Let's grab a few more and then upload them as we use them. Gotta pop back over to the aluminum factory here, to the aluminum product factory. What? No casings? I know why. I'm just annoyed. It's our lack of silica. And I think we might have used all of the silica. Though, last time I was over there, I seem to remember overclocking. You know, we've been overclocking so many things. Let me check our power situation. All right, yeah, we're still doing double. We have to pop back over to the... What's the word I want here? Our quartz test bench, which is somewhere in between our refinery and our starter base. There it is. Now we gotta get back to the aluminum side of the world. I'm gonna turn this way. Try not to go too far outside. Don't want to get penalties for going outside the acceptable zone area here. That's actually going to look really cool when it's done. We need 200 casings. Using the silica as a byproduct for making more aluminum products is good, is wise, but you don't make enough exclusively from that. wonder if there's a little bit of, yep, a little bit of Mark IV belt kind of right in there. Now those aluminum ingots are coming out. Maybe I should upgrade this belt speed a little bit. These guys are actually demanding 75. Kind of a lot, actually. Of course, this side of it isn't getting any. I'm pretty sure I should label these. I'm pretty sure that, well, yeah, let's not just say that. Let's do it. Organization. I'm 99% sure that this is where I would do a silica drop. But the downside of getting it wrong is so huge. We'll put some tracer silica in here. Where's this going? It's not going here. Ah, it is going here. So this is correct. I just don't want to jam up the works with a bunch of silica. And then have to trace it and delete every single belt. But now that we know that that's right, silica. Perfect. Okay, so we only needed, what, 200 casings? 200 casings might be done by now. $133. We know we have the sheets. There we go. Perfect. All the casings we need. We just rip them straight out of the uploader. Oops. This is bad news. We're going to be way off course. Good hypercannon usage dictates that you always check your equipment before stepping in. Looks like we might have still gotten ourselves pretty close. No worries. Let's also ship it.
Milestone reached. Drones provide automated low-capacity aerial transport between drone stations. Stations need to be supplied with any kind of fuel for the drones to function. Fixit had several restrictions in place prohibiting creative use of drones. I have since removed those because I think no pioneer would ever misuse Fixit property right under their noses. Especially since everything is recorded.
What? It's all recorded. So now we're looking at heavy modular frames. Let's think about this for a second. At the very least, we would need 2 drones and 2 ports. That would be enough to get us moving the fuel. So we can make fuel. So we can make the turbo fuel. We could start there. Let's say 2 of each. So 1 more. What does it actually take to make a radio? Casings, computers. Ooh, that's actually a really high-end item. Casings, computers, and crystal oscillators. Some of everything, basically. Modular frames. Looks like we need modular frames and... Ooh, we actually have a chunk of these already in here. Modular frames and... What was the other one? Modular frames. Well, I don't want a full boost. Just a partial boost, and that was too much. Actually, am I making modular frames over there? I am making modular frames over there. Let's see if we have a super close supply. And we do. We might have a few screws to go with that. Let's grab a few screws just to sort of toss them in. And then I think we'll add a uploader. It'll be a temporary uploader, right? Per minute. So 2 minutes and we'll have all we need for this. But they're being uploaded now, so no reason to hang out. What we need now are coupons. We've got 5 on hand. And I think we've got 1 in the machine, so really we only need 1 more coupon. Sorry for whipping it around. I just remembered we had the smart plate in here that we could throw away or digitally upload, or yeah, I think it's a digital uploader. Don't you agree? This is actually a digital uploader that this Fixit is using to take all this stuff. But what do I know? I might kind of stick with that theme here for a minute. Get a little boost over here to our smart plating factory. Once we've got the drone network in place, then we'll just double back and make all the factories that we've been skipping. Like, we obviously need a computer factory. We obviously need this factory and that factory. We'll go back and knock those out once we can just bring in stuff by drone. And I'm not trying to use all the copper on the map. So I don't, you know, the downside of drones it doesn't really impact me that much. We had 2 DNA capsules. We could finish this now. Remains. Granary main, hatchery main, spittery main. We'll process, we don't have to process all of this to get where we want to go, but we'll just get it started. It's high speed and it's multiplied by 2. Now we've got 44 of those, double back, DNA capsules. We only needed like 2 of these to get us going. Kind of overdid it. There we go. So that's at least enough to get us the fuel processed. Now I'm wondering, how did I not upload? I should have uploaded a bunch of miners by now. Now, knowing all that, what do I actually want to get next? I probably should get the hazmat suit and filters and all that stuff. Supercomputers is a blocker. Advanced aluminum production. Yeah, that's not jumping out at me right now. I'd actually be more interested in the leading edge production to get the Miner Mark III. But in order to get that, I need the supercomputer. Oh, is supercomputer already an option for us? It is. Okay, yeah, that's, yeah, again, it's insane the amount of stuff that they're going to ask us to pull in for that. Absolutely insane. I could take a guess, right? Because I do want all of our drones to be hanging out up here, primarily. So if I look at the logistics or the transport, one, two, three. I should probably go up a level. Well, I've already gone up a level, haven't I? Yeah, there's a secret amount of levels that have already gone up. So if anything, I can go out a level. See, this is going to be the primary place where all fuel is going to come from. Right now, I'm looking at 5. So if I put this on here, we could do double on each side. That gives you 16. Four on that side. 5 on that side. I guess we should just, maybe we should put it one over here. The wings would at least be even at that point. How big did I say this was again? 3. And it's 15. Actually, that's not too bad. That's enough for 10 of these. We got to get it right on the edge, per my tradition. You gotta have it hanging over the edge. And I know in here there's a storage of turbo fuel. So I think... what do I think? One of these needs to be the... Some of these need to be the distribution point for turbo fuel. Though, you know, you don't really need a lot of those. If I'm going to say, hey, let's just make this a little place where we can get the fuel from over there to over here. Then I think we can just go with a simple, straightforward logistics conveyor hole. And then the rest of those can split off of that one. Gotta get power out here. This will be... Are we gonna... Turbo fuel export, I think is what we're gonna call this one. Hello. Arlanda. Turbo fuel export alpha. Of course, technically, it's not the absolute best first thing to do. But since it's what we've chosen, we'll stick with it. Basically, as we build other factories that are fed by drones, we'll use this to export fuel to those locations so they can pick up the materials that they need and supply their suppliers with turbo fuel. That's our turbo fuel drone. Though, technically I probably shouldn't have one here. We want people to come in and out and land quickly. I don't know, I think this doesn't get a drone. Two turbo fuel exports should be enough. And then here, we'll make this a fuel import on the turbo fuel tower. This guy needs fuel. Ooh. That's a super inconvenient place for that. I think that's about right. The question is, do we have the stuff to make one more of these? High-speed connectors, no, and casings, no. How are we still short on casings? Are you trying to tell me you're still not uploading? Hello? I guess that they use up the silica real fast. You know, for now, I could probably drop this one. Man, I really need a hyper cannon over here.
I don't know. Have a good day.
Can't believe I don't have one. I don't want to put one up there because I'm actually thinking I'm going to get launched off the edge of the map and get clipped, and I don't want to do that. Good news is it looks like we found a setting that eliminated our crashes. That digital upscaling BS. Previously, my computer would be howling in effort right now. Now it's not having any issues whatsoever. The only change I made was that one setting, trying to render it at a smaller resolution, then instantly make it a bigger resolution, and then also make it look halfway decent. You know, looking at the time, I think we'll make this the start of the next episode. We'll put in a nice little drone port over here. We'll connect the fuel, and we'll just connect those two right there. It'll just be a matter of, like, I don't think well, there it is. The problem is that we do need fuel for the recycling plant. Of course, that will be very easy to build compared to all this other stuff that we're doing. Because recycled rubber just takes fuel and plastic. And then the reverse is true, and it doubles 30 per minute. I don't know how much this is making, but we could base it off of our current best belt speed, which would be here, which I meant to look at it, 780. 780, 81, what is that, 8? 780 divided by 30, 26 machines. Interestingly enough, this process will require us to bring back our containers. And we're constantly making fresh containers. The question is, how many containers do we need? But this amount of containers could be used for the turbo fuel. And our backup again is the lack of plastic. That's our situation right now. Okay, I think we'll take care of that in the next episode. I think we need a recycling plant build out. Yeah, we just don't have enough resin. So I think what we'll have to do, the recycling plant, we could throw the containers away. That's actually an option. That would be the simplest option. Or we could reintegrate them here. Eventually, though, if we do that, we're going to end up with too many containers. I mean, we can actually do some calculations. If all of these containers that we currently have got put back over here empty, all it would mean is that we would get this fuel, but we're making more containers. So basically at that point, we're saying that the containers that we're making here are being used for turbo fuel. Because the turbo fuel containers, those get burnt. So yeah, I think it's probably safe for a little while to bring the empties back. But that's me planning for the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.